Good morning. What a joy to have you with us as we take this time to focus on the spiritual self, as we take this time to come together and create a consciousness of deeper connection. I invite you to join us in that journey, to head inward to touch the depth and beauty and magnificence of that spiritual being that you are. Thank you for joining us.
Spirit wings, you lift me over all the earth-bound things, and like a bird my heart is flying free. I'm soaring on the song your spirit brings, O Lord of all. You let me see a vision of your majesty. You lift me up and you carry me on your spirit wings.
Please stand and join us in singing, "We Are One in the Spirit."
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, take that deep breath through your heart. Just breathe in that awareness of this divine love that fills this room through your beautiful hearts, and welcome to Unity. I'm David MacArthur. I'm the senior minister of this wonderful spiritual community, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you home, because here we touch that true part of the being we each are, where we know that home with all that is, that oneness. Now, if you're new to our services, a special welcome to you. Please just make yourself comfortable and enjoy, and know that there are wonderful people here who join me in really being so pleased that you're here with us. And we always have some marvelous friends joining us online, so let's wave hello to them, and thank you so much for joining with us. To begin our service, let's use this beautiful power of affirmative prayer to help awaken to this divine presence that is everywhere, here within us, and in all of our life. Please join me in our opening affirmation. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Again, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Breathe that love. Once again, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Touching that one, we know that it guides us in this experience of our spiritual growth, which at Unity becomes a positive path for spiritual living. And part of our purpose here in this experience is to celebrate that which we know, the amazing, marvelous, magnificent spiritual being that each of us are. Now, in our service, because we understand that that which is true of the spiritual nature for one of us is true for all of us, you'll find that we'll touch many different scriptures. We'll hear God acknowledged in many different terms because we touch that which is universal. And no matter what the words, what we know and understand is that beautiful divine presence is there in you. And today is what I consider Selfishness Sunday. So I decided if we were going to do Selfishness Sunday, how could I model that and be at my utmost selfishness, okay? So what I did was something that I wanted to do just for me. And so I had a marvelous friend come out from Unity Village, Missouri, where I met him probably 35 years ago. So Robert Brummett and I were classmates, and he still is back there. Never having progressed beyond the ivory halls. And, teaching the ministers, and the truth is he was out here to teach the ministers and licensed teachers in this part of the country. And so we get to have him, we got to host those people through this week, and I know many of you got to. How many of you were at the Vipassana Meditation Day with Robert? Wonderful. I know you had a rich and meaningful experience. So Robert will be guiding our meditation in the service and sharing with you that beautiful wisdom from his heart. Now, I'm not going to mention and go into about his books because I knew that you would want them. So we ordered plenty. And we forgot that there were going to be many ministers and licensed teachers here who also wanted them and found they were in our bookstore. So there may be a few left. But that's all right. We'll have more and you can get them online. So, but we've often used Robert's books here in our own study because of the beautiful wisdom and maturity of spiritual understanding he brings us. So as we head into this spiritual journey, I know you are already deeply grateful that we have carrying us on that road the magnificent, joyful noise choir. You fabulous beings, we love you. And thank you, Sheila. Yeah. So take that deep breath through your heart, and let's move in and join our choir in singing. I'm going to ask Robert to lead us in our experience of meditation today, but I invite you as we prepare for that to take that deep breath through your heart and wiggle around and just get comfortable as we begin to turn our attention from the outer and bring it within. And as this simple chant comes forth from our choir, I invite you to simply join in the beauty of that music as it calls you to the very center of your heart.
Be still and know that I am God. So with the deep breath, we relax and allow the body to become still. With another deep breath, we relax the mind and allow the mind to become still. When the body is relaxed, when the mind is still, we begin to experience the depths of the stillness that is who and what we are. So I invite you to very gently let go of the attachments to what could be or what might be, what will be, what could have been. And just take another deep breath and rest fully in this present moment. Right here, right now, in this very breath, God meets me there. God is forever waiting, deep within the core of our being, waiting for us to simply acknowledge that presence. And so we rest in that awareness. We rest in that deep knowing. We rest in that ground of our being, the one presence, and the only true power. With each breath we take, we become more open, more receptive, more aware of the divine presence. In the stillness, we enter into this deep silence within our own being. We enter into the silence, into the silence. As we slowly return our awareness to the world of sights and sounds, as we return our awareness to the dimension of time and space, we still stand on this ground of our being. We still rest in the deep silence. We bring it with us everywhere we go. It is who and what we really are. I stand in the reality of who I am every moment of my life. I stand in the reality of who I am every moment of my life. I invite you to say that with me, please. I stand in the reality of who I am every moment of my life. And for this, we are deeply grateful. And amen.
From the darkness came the light. Out of nothingness you made life. From before the world you were. Bless your name forevermore. Lord, according to your plan, you created every man just to glorify you and bless your name forevermore. I will bless your name. I will bless your name. I will bless your name forevermore. I will bless your name. I will bless your name. I will bless your name forevermore. I will bless your name. I will bless your name. I will bless your name forevermore.
By your name I know my truth, love. In your name I find my nature, peace. From your name I gain my strength, power. O God of my being, I bless your name. Forever I bless your name, from the valley to the hilltops, from sea to sea. Wherever I am, I bless your name forevermore.
Aren't they wonderful? The Joyful Noise Choir. My name's Javier Cortez, and it's my joy to highlight a few of the many upcoming activities here at Unity. Join Reverend David today at 2 p.m. for a Unity membership class. You are welcome to join him if you want to become a member or if you would like to learn more about our Unity community. Next Sunday is our annual meeting and election of board members. This is our time to elect new board members and review our year. A light lunch will be provided. This is an important meeting, and we urge you to come and bring your questions. Mike and Michelle Robbins will be at Unity to present their powerful workshop, Creating Spiritual Partnerships. It will be the 1st of November. Learn simple yet effective ways to create spiritual partnerships in all our relationships. Find out about more of these and other activities in the bulletin and on our website. We are now lucky enough to have Steven Spielberg come speak to us.
Hey. Camera. Action. I'm saying on November 9th, what did I say? November 9th. November 9th, I want my crew, my cast, and all of you to put on your glitzy best, or come as you are, for a show-stopping good time. Unity Goes Hollywood. Yeah! The Golden Age will have so much fanfare and pizzazz that you simply have to be there for the dinner, the dancing, raffles, and auctions. Getting a seat is easy. All you have to do is come out to the patio, buy your ticket for the event and the super raffle. If you want to be a part of this production, no auditions are necessary. There are plenty of bit parts and backstage positions that still need filling. So get out to the patio and see how you can become a part of my cast and crew. Also, there are still some scenes that need embellishing. You can help by donating play dates, auction items, raffle items, raffle gifts, and some sweet creations for the dessert auction. Next Sunday, the 27th, is the deadline for those donations. So be a part of the plot and be a part of the fun. This is the thing that dreams are made of. Okay, everyone, that's a wrap!
Thank you, Mr. Spielberg. While our guest musicians prepare a special musical experience for us, I'm going to invite you to take a short moment to greet the people immediately around you. When you hear the gong, please take your seats so we can all enjoy a musical gift from the Joyful Noise Choir.
Let me just mention, when you do the card, make sure that you mention like the prayer thing in there. We may have done it last time, but I just had folks not being too quick. Share with you your prayer. Thank you.
Oh, was it funny this time?
Reach out your hand.
Thank you. Good morning. Or good afternoon, I should say. Yeah. I want to tell you, before I start my talk for this morning, I want to tell you how grateful I am to be here. I got here Wednesday evening, and then all day Thursday I was able to share this sacred space with a number of regional ministers and friends that I hadn't seen for a long while. In particular, David. David and I go way back, as he had mentioned. And then yesterday we had a Vipassana meditation, and many of you were there, and that was a marvelous experience as well. And then Friday, David and I had a play day, so we enjoyed that. I won't go into the details, but we had a good time. So thank you all for being here, and thank you for being a part of this marvelous ministry. There's a lot of life and a lot of spirit, and there's a lot happening here. I can feel it. Yes, indeed. And this morning I want to share with you about what I call the evolutionary impulse. And this is an idea that's derived from the book that some of you worked with, Birthing a Greater Reality. The evolutionary impulse is something that happened not long time ago, because typically when we hear the word evolution or evolutionary, we think about, creepy things crawling in the mud and evolving and so on and so forth. But it's actually something much, much closer to you and I than that. So to do this, I would invite you to join with me in an experiment. I invite you to feel your heartbeat, either with your heart or at the jugular, wherever you feel your heartbeat. See if you can just get in touch with that. And first of all, just appreciating what a beautiful thing it is to touch our own life in a way, touch the source of our life. Now, I would ask you to consider this question. When did this heartbeat first begin? Now, most of us would say, well, it began 40 or 50 years ago when I was born, or shortly before that time. But I would say that's correct. And yet, I would also say it's correct that your heartbeat began 14 billion years ago. And that energy, and that life, and that power, and that intelligence that emerged with what the scientists call the Big Bang is being recreated with every beat of your heart. So that your heartbeat connects you to the very origin of all life in this universe, the very origin of all power, love, and wisdom. The Big Bang occurred seemingly 14 billion years ago, and yet it's timeless because it's occurring in each moment in many, many ways. It occurs not only in our bodies, but it occurs in our consciousness as well. That same wisdom that created the Big Bang is still echoing in your mind and in your heart. I'd like to share a reading from an author named Andrew Cohen. Some of you may be familiar with his work. I quote, "In those precious moments when we are most awake, something tugs at our hearts and beckons us to participate in life in a deeper purpose that is infinitely greater than our personal world." How many folks here have experienced that in any time? You see, when suddenly we realize my life is part of something much, much greater, and that what I call my life, we're conditioned to believe it's about getting to work and getting things done and dealing with day-to-day issues, and that's part of it. But this life is also intricately related to every star in this universe and to the Big Bang itself. He goes on to say, that energy is the evolutionary impulse, the impulse to evolve in consciousness. So that energy of the Big Bang is still echoing and that you and I are creators. We create our own universes. We create our own realities. Much in the same way that the Spirit created this universe. Every moment that creation takes place. And each impulse is the same impulse that caused the universe to emerge from nothing 14 billion years ago. That's the end of the quote. So yes, this is a fascinating journey we've been on for the last 14 billion years, right? Most of us don't remember too much of it, just maybe a few decades back at best. But back about 100,000 years ago, long after life evolved on this planet, something very powerful took place. At that point, up to that point, evolution, the cutting edge of evolution, God's creative edge, if you will, was biological evolution. Spirit was involving itself in various animal forms, various life forms, and it would evolve by evolving these forms. But about 100,000 years ago, life developed to the complexity level where consciousness was able to emerge from these forms. And since then, consciousness became the leading edge of evolution. So if we look back 50,000 years ago at a human body, it really wouldn't look that much different than the bodies that we have today. But if we look back 50,000 years ago at the consciousness of human beings, it's changed a little bit, wouldn't you say? You know, sometimes we revert back to those good old days, but for the most part, we've changed a whole lot. And of course, our world is unbelievably different than it was back then, and even unbelievably different than it was just a few hundred years ago. So a marvelous thing took place, that a shift occurred in which consciousness became the cutting edge of evolution. And right now, at this moment in time, we're at another very interesting shift. We're at a place where we are being forced to wake up because we have acquired a great deal of knowledge, a great deal of power. We have transformed the face of this planet. We have explored the distant stars with instruments and telescopes. We've replaced organs in our bodies and done miraculous things. We've become very, very knowledgeable and very, very expertise in technology and science. But what we are lacking is the internal wisdom to know how to deal with these powers. And at this point, we find we've had overdeveloped knowledge and underdeveloped wisdom. Overdeveloped power and underdeveloped love. And so we've created a very lopsided situation. And it's becoming lopsided to the point where if something doesn't shift soon, a major crisis may occur. And some would say it's occurring as I speak, you see. Today, the greatest threat to human existence is human existence. You know? And it's only within recent decades that that's been true, because up till now, the greatest threat to human existence has been from nature, from famine or disease or some act of nature, you say. But that's not true so much anymore. That still occurs, but that's a minor danger compared to the danger of ourselves. So today, the greatest threat is that we may not become balanced. We may not balance our external growth with our internal growth. So what we've created and what we've done isn't bad. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful world in so many ways. But it's become lopsided. It's become too one-sided. It's like we've used one part of our life and we haven't developed the other part of our life. We're out of kilter. Conscious evolution is necessary for our very survival. And what I mean by conscious evolution is what many writers and mystics and teachers have been telling us for a long time, that it's absolutely essential that we wake up to our true identity. We have lived for too long with a case of mistaken identity. We have developed a human intelligence that's very powerful. In fact, this is the most powerful survival tool that ever existed on this planet. Animals have survival mechanisms. They develop fur to stay warm. They develop wings to fly. They develop all sorts of ways to survive. But these changes, these products, take millions and millions of years to evolve. Human beings, in just a few short centuries, have created a world through consciousness where we don't need wings to fly. We create airplanes. We don't need to hibernate. We create heated buildings and so on and so forth. So we have literally taken over the course of evolution, but we've done so relatively blindly. You say we're missing something. There's a missing piece. We must awaken to our true nature. Otherwise, our false nature will do us in. The human mind, which has become so powerful in terms of helping us to survive, has become our master. I mean, could you imagine what it would be like if you gave your life over to your computer? Well, maybe that's not too hard to imagine, is it? You see? I mean, that's an example of we've given our life to a large degree over to technical devices, because those technical devices are simply representations of our own the human mind. And so we rely on our human intelligence for our survival, for our understanding of reality. And we think that this human mind has the capability of understanding what reality really is. And in that misunderstanding, we've created a dangerous situation. Everyone, I think, feels this in some way. Everyone I know is aware that the way we're living our lives today, and I say we, I'm talking about virtually all of humanity, particularly us in the West, but pretty much all of humanity, the way we're living our lives today ain't working so well. I mean, it's brought us comfort and convenience, but we've paid an enormous price for it. So, and there's nothing wrong with comfort and convenience, and there's nothing wrong with computers and cell phones. But there's something missing, you see. And the missing piece is the internal correlate. I think evolution is calling us to wake up to that. We have evolved from instinct to intellect. Our next step is to evolve from intellect into intuition, so that we begin to know in a deeper way. We can know beyond the senses. We can know beyond the mind. But we have become so addicted to this human mind. We have become so addicted to our way of understanding the world that we're afraid to let it go. Because it's worked up till now. It's worked up till now, but it's not working so well right now. So why is it so hard to let go? Why don't we just say, okay, let's move on? Well, because it's all that we know. It's given us what we've got so far, and we want to hold on to it. There's a story, a wonderful story, yet kind of a sad story, I'd like to share with you about a beautiful white Siberian tiger that was given to the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. back in the 1960s. This tiger was named Mohini. Gorgeous animal. Mohini was placed in a cage, as was common back in those days. The cage was about the size of this stage, maybe 10 by 10 or thereabouts. Mohini, being a wild, vibrant animal, had all this energy, and so all she would do would be pace back and forth all day long, day and night, pacing in figure eights. So eventually, over the years, the zoo decided to expand Mohini's habitat and to create a natural habitat consisting of several acres of trees and hills and ponds and waterfalls. It was quite beautiful, beautiful setting. And so with great excitement, the day came when the compound was ready, and they took Mohini over there and released her into this beautiful, spacious area. But to their dismay, Mohini ran to the far corner of the compound and began to pace back and forth in figure eights. And she continued that behavior till the day she died. You see. Mohini never knew that she could be free. Mohini became attached to her survival mechanism, her coping mechanism. Those bars, even though they were no longer there physically, they remained there in her own consciousness. She was unable to escape them. Unlike Mohini, we have the ability to let go of the old bars. But it's not easy. It can be rather frightening because it takes us to places we've never gone before. It takes us outside the envelope, is often used. It takes us to a place where we may not know who we are, or what we are, or where we're going, or why we're doing what we're doing, you see. That's very exciting, isn't it? And yet it's very, very frightening, you see. So we have this interesting relationship with this unknown that's calling to us. Marianne Williamson, the author, the teacher, says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Because we're familiar to with our limitations. We're familiar with our problems. You know, sure, we'd like them to go away, but they become kind of like old friends, you know. It's limiting, but it's safe. So it's very interesting just to watch as we live our everyday lives how often we revert back to behavior that's safe, even though it's limiting. And if any of you are psychologists or counselors, you know that individuals, that's why it's so difficult for us to change, even if we want to change, and even if we're involved in dysfunctional or harmful behavior, it's difficult to change that behavior because it's familiar. It's like Mohini's figure eight. It's worked, and it's comfortable, and it feels like it's safe, even if it's not. So I'd like to close by sharing with you a poetic writing from Nikos Kazantzakis, who is, anybody remember that name? Zorba the Greek, exactly, yeah. Many of us are familiar with Zorba. Great story. If you haven't ever read it or seen it, do so. Here's Nikos Kazantzakis. He says, blowing through heaven and earth and in our hearts and in the heart of every living thing is a gigantic breath, a great cry, which we call God. Plant life wished to continue its motionless sleep next to stagnant waters, but the cry leaped up within it and violently shook its roots. Away, let go of the earth, walk. Had the tree been able to think and to judge, it would have cried, I don't want to. What you're urging me to do is impossible. But the cry, without pity, kept shaking its roots and shouting, away, let go of the earth, walk. It shouted in this way for thousands of aeons, and lo, as a result of desire and struggle, life escaped the motionless tree and was liberated. Animals appeared, worms making their home in water and mud. We're just fine here, they said. We have peace. We have security. We're not budging. Can you relate to that? But the terrible cry hammered itself into their loins. Leave the mud. Stand up. Give birth to your betters. We don't want to. We can't. You can't, but I can. Stand up. And lo, after thousands of aeons, humans emerged, trembling on still, unsolid legs. The human being is a centaur. His equine hoofs are planted in the ground, but his body from breast to head is worked upon and tormented by the merciless cry. He has been fighting for thousands of eons to draw himself like a sword out of his animalistic scabbard. He is now fighting to draw himself out of his human scabbard. Man now calls in despair, where can I go? I have reached the pinnacle. Beyond is the abyss. And the cry answers, I am beyond. Stand up. I am beyond. Stand up. And so, that's our life experience. This tension, this struggle beyond that which is calling us to be more, to be all that we can be, and the place that wants to wallow in the mud and feel secure and feel safe. And both of those is part of our experience right now, and it's really important to realize what's happening and to consciously choose. I'm willing to let go of the past and to stand up into the reality of who I truly am. We can't make that happen. Only evolution can make that happen. But we can be willing. You see, that's what's important. We can't make it happen, but we must allow it to happen. So I invite you to allow life to evolve through you and as you. And so it is. God bless. Thank you.
Please stand and join us in saying God in everything. I see joy, I see peace, I see goodness surrounding me. I see love in every breath I breathe. I see God in everything. I see happiness, I see freedom. I see the beauty that lives in me. I see perfection in what life brings. I see God in everything. I feel joy, I feel peace. I feel goodness surrounding me. I feel love in every breath I breathe. I feel God in everything. I feel happiness, I feel freedom. I feel beauty that lives in me. I feel perfection in what life brings. I feel God in everything. I choose joy, I choose peace. I choose goodness surrounding me. I choose love in every breath I breathe. I choose God in everything. I choose happiness, I choose freedom. I choose the beauty that lives in me. I choose perfection in what life brings. I choose God in everything. Namaste, 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 namaste.
If you would like prayer support for challenges or celebrations, please ask our heart ministers. They will be available after the service here in the sanctuary or on the patio. Our heart ministers are wearing the lavender stoles. Now we have a new experience in our service. Please join me in taking out one of the connection cards from the seat pocket in front of you. We would appreciate it if everyone would fill one out so that we can support you in your spiritual journey. If you are in Unity Connects, putting your name on the card and checking that box is sufficient. If you are new, please check the first time box so that we can send you our special gift and gift certificate to attend a Unity event as our guest. We also have a welcome table on the patio, and we look forward to meeting you. A very important part of the card is also that we hope you will share with us your prayer requests for the week. Please let us know if you are committing to join us in our weekly spiritual focus. Our spiritual focus this week is let go of the past and stand up to who you really are. The ushers will receive these cards with the offering toward the end of the music so that everyone has time to complete their cards. Did you get all that? It is time for our prosperity celebration. For credit card donations or love in action, there are envelopes provided in the back of each chair. At Unity, we know that Divine seeks to provide us each with abundance. Giving is one of the ways we open ourselves to receive that ever-expanding flow of divine provision into our lives. I invite you now to take your tithe or offering in your hand and be aware. Be aware that God is the source of all your good. Repeat our affirmation with me together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am truly grateful.
Let it shine, let it
So let's share our new blessing with our children together. Children, you are loved, special, and important. The light of God shines beautifully through you. Let's take hands and share together our prayer protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And our peace song. You are the love and the light and the peace in the earth right now. So let it shine and have fun.